It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
In the criminal justice system, sexually-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
This is really crazy. I got let go like last week, and they're already sending me a paper in the mail saying I'm terminated. Like, this is so crazy. Okay, let me just start saying that I'm not doing anything to bash the company. I'm not saying that the company is bad, because different departments was really nice to me. I didn't have a problem except for my department, which was the phlebotomy department. So I'm just gonna get my facts straight. I started there December 2nd, 2024. That was my first day of orientation, but that wasn't my first day in the lab. My first day in the lab was that following week. My official start date was next week, which was the 9th. So the first time I got there, the lady just was already rude to me. She was mean. She never wanted to help me with anything. My first day there, I'm getting ready to set up for a client. I mean, not a client, a patient. She want to tell me any day now, we have people lined up waiting. Keep in mind, on Mondays, we don't be busy. We get probably 24 patients a day, and that's probably for the whole day from 7:30 to 4. So boom, the lady already had bad energy with me in the beginning. Let's start there. I'm gonna call the lady Sandra, because I don't want to say nobody real names. Okay, granted, fast forward into me working. She used to do a lot of very passive aggressive things, and she used to kind of try to bully me. Like, I could name numerous things, and I'm just gonna give y'all an example of one. I'm a phlebotomist. I draw blood. Like, anytime something bad would happen, she'll try to like throw me under the bus in front of patients instead of pulling me to the side like, hey, this is not how you do it. But the whole time she's training me. She's the team lead, so you'll think her being the team lead, she'll lead. She never was doing nothing like that. So an incident happened, which when you go too deep in a van, you have to pull back to get the flow. Keep in mind, that's what she tells me to do. So an incident happened with a patient like that, and she was like, oh, that just means she went too hard in the vein, and that could leave your baby a bruise and things like that. We not supposed to do that. Mind you, when that happens, you tell me to pull back. I'm new here. So, and I'm going to say that in part 3, because these videos going by so fast. So, granted, Sandra hired me. When I say that was not the same person that hired me. So anyways, fast forward. In orientation, she knew I didn't have experience with pediatrics, well, which is kids, because I worked at children's. Everybody knew I didn't have experience, which was another lady that was there, which is the lady that was there when she terminated me. But anyways, that's further down in the story. So they knew I didn't have experience. They knew they knew what they signed up for when hiring me. They knew I didn't have no experience. Like, I'm gonna keep saying it. So if anything happened, they said they was gonna train me, which I never got no bad feedback, because I'm a fast learner. So anyways, fast forward to her trying to bully me. So keep in mind, a baby came. I don't know how to stick kids. I don't even have kids, so let alone stick a kid in the arm, draw their blood. So an incident happened when I was like, hey, I need your help. The lady like rolled her eyes at me as if I was asking her for some money or something. So anyways, I'm asking her for help. She rolled her eyes. So I'm like, I let all this stuff slide, and I'm not about to be saying everything, you know. I'm going to just speed up the story. So after that happened, she showed me. A couple of days went by. She been doing the same shit. If I ask for help, she get an attitude. Keep in mind, she the team lead. She's supposed to lead. So one day came, and I asked her. I said, hey. I said, why every time it's like if I ask you for help, you got an attitude with me? If I'm doing something wrong, she won't huff and puff. And she said something to storm out. A team lead. Keep in mind, I didn't report that. I didn't report everything she do versus everything I did. She nitpicked me. So all right, I let it slide. And after that day though, I did want to go report her and say that, hey, I feel like she's bullying me. To the lady that terminated me, I told her and the guy that was there, I told him about my experience and I told her that I feel like she's bullying me and she don't help and she don't know how to team lead. And keep in mind, y'all, this lady got a history of doing this. So I know I'm not tripping, because when I first came there, people was warning me. Okay, y'all, so after the incident I just was telling y'all about, it was Sandra, the man who was there that I had reported to, and the lady that was there I had reported to too. I don't know what they do together, but they be side by side. When I went to go report her, they was there. So we had a meeting and things like that, and we just let everything out on the table. This lady tried to make it seem like I was not a good worker. She made it seem like anytime she told me to do something, I was combative. It was a whole different story that some people was telling me. She already had it in her mind how the type of worker I am. If I was such a bad worker and I'm only here for what, 2-3 months, however, nobody wouldn't be calling me and be like, hey, I want the girl that be festive to stick their kid. So y'all, she just already like really was lying on me and stuff like that. But I feel like she had longevity in the job, so they gonna go over what she say. I'm fast forwarded to where I am today. So anyways, everything was cool after, you know, after that I didn't have no bad blood. We didn't even exchange words after the meeting. Y'all follow me. Okay, y'all, so after the meeting, the man had checked in on us to see if everything was okay, to see if we still was bumping heads, to see if my work ethic was up to her part, and to see if everything was okay. She said everything good. She getting the hang of it. She's a fast learner. You know, she's saying good things about me. I'm saying good things about her because after we had to meet, everything was cool. I'm thinking everything okay. I'm rolling with it, y'all. I'm getting the hang of kids. I'm like, man, come here, because I used to be scared of kids. I'm like, man, come here. I'll do the baby. I'll do the infant. I'll do the 6-year-old, 2-year-old. I'm rolling in there, y'all, because I'm a phlebotomist. So you got to stick the kids. So after that, I really was out of my shell, out of my comfort zone. So I'm thinking everything cool. Boom. Fast forward present day. Baby, after my 90 days, they didn't wait no time. Like, my 90 days was up, what, March 2nd. So keep in mind, if they had decisions to terminate me, they should have said it like March 3rd, because March 3rd is a Monday. So I'm thinking everything okay. So a couple of days went by leading up to my 90 days anyways. So I'm thinking they fucking with me. You know, they gonna keep me and things like that because I never had no bad reviews or anything like that. Fast forward, March 6th came. They're like, hey, I want to talk to you, which I was telling y'all, the lady that's over her and the man, they was in the room. So I already know something bad about to happen because this is the only time they show up. So I'm like, hey, what's going on? She was like, oh, sorry to tell you, you've been terminated. And I was like, can I ask why? She was like, Sonja had to write off on the paper things that I had to do and was up to their work ethic. And she said, Sonja said I didn't meet the requirements. Oh, this tea for me. Keep in mind, y'all, I never got rolled up. I never got a warrant. I never did anything. And just for this lady to sign off on something, knowing I already came to y'all saying that she's bullying me and how to wear the team and how the type of team lead that she is, and I'm terminated. Like, this is crazy because people with longevity at a job really got the upper hand on the decision to keep you there or not. And I'm saying that to say this. Them people never had a conversation with me or nothing. She didn't even have a conversation or decency to even tell me nothing or even give me a heads up. This lady made it seem like everything was okay just for her to turn around and tell the lady that's over the department I got a bad work ethic. She made it seem like I don't do nothing. She made it seem like I was a lazy worker, and that's never was the case. I'm never lazy. And then when I had to tell the news to the people, they was just so sad and things like that. And I was saying in the last video, when people got longevity at a job and been there a long time, it's so easy for them to sabotage you because them people ain't want to hear nothing I had to say. That lady put in 30 years at that job, and I just was gone like that over her say so. And then on top of that, she already put in her mind with the other lady that was already teaming up on me, talk about something. She said I stick with my site and not what I feel. Lady, I don't even know you for you to even say that about me. I never even trained with you like that. So I already knew that was in cahoots, and they already was talking about me. Like the day I got fired, which I was telling y'all, it's a man and a lady. They both was in there. So when she broke the news to me, yeah, I was confused because I thought everything was cool. I thought everything was okay, but I guess not. And then on top of that, this bitch wanted me to sign a paper talk about something I can't work at no other LCMCs, which is in Louisiana, and we already know LCMC running things right now. So you mean to tell me I have to sign a paper and agree with your terms and conditions? I didn't sign anything because I felt like I was wrongfully terminated for no reason. This lady bullied me. So anyways, she got upset because I didn't want to sign a paper, and she was turning red. It looked like security was supposed to be called for you instead of me. The whole reason she called security for me is because I started questioning her, and it was like, why? I was like, why I'm fired? Like, you know, what I did to get fired? Like, you know, when was this? I was genuinely confused. But I ain't even tripping on it. I just feel like God just didn't want me there, and he just opened different doors for me.
She wasn't even able to see her next paycheck.
Throw some money.
She up in there dancing. Good thing she didn't upload this until she got fired. Because they would have definitely been like, you made a TikTok and you wasn't supposed to be doing this on the clock. Look what you're doing. That's why you got fired. This is exactly why you got fired. Your ass in here dancing. Yeah. Anyway, she young, she learning. It's all good. Y'all go follow her YouTube channel, Allure. Let me see what it is. Allure Amaha. New Orleans. I watched this because of her accent. I was like, oh, damn, she got that little New Orleans baby. That right, baby. All right. Yeah, man. Jobs can fire you for no reason, man. Just move on with their life, you know. I remember one time I was at I'm going to tell you two situations where I was at jobs that fired me after 90 days. It was one, I got a cut on my hand. You can't see it because the scar is so old, but I had just got out of prison, so I had to work at a temp service, and it was putting me at these bull crap jobs, you know what I'm saying? Then finally a job opened up at this one place that everybody was getting on at the plastic place, and most people will work there for the 90 days, and then some people will get hired on. Well, I got put into this one place where I was working from 8 to 8, and it was like you work 36 hours one week and 48 the next week, and 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. And so it was cool. Like, 3 days one week you off, 2, then you work 4 days or something like that. So your weeks rotate. And I was working there, man. I think it was a week left till I get my 90 days. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get some insurance and stuff. Well, I cut my hand with a box cutter, and usually we'll have on gloves, but for some reason, I don't know if I didn't have a glove on, but I cut my hand. Well, they stitched me up. I had to go take a drug test and all that. Passed the drug test. Everything's all good. My 90 days come up, they let me go. Or no, I think they let me go right before my 90 days because of that cut. And yeah, and they said, but then, because if they would have kept me, then they would have had to pay me more, which would have been fine because they paying the temp service anyway. They would have had to pay me more, and they would have had to give me insurance, and they didn't want to see a black man come up apparently. And it was like, I heard it was like that in that specific area, that they didn't like. It was like no black people. It was like one other black person. He was in the daytime. At nighttime, it was just me, and I was like, man, this is messed up. I was kind of pissed. I was like, damn, they did that to me. So then when I went back to the temp service, the lady act like she didn't ever want to give me a job. Like, I'd be sitting there all day, like for 2-3 days in a row. She be like, we ain't got no jobs. I'm like, bro, how you ain't got no job? People, they be looking for people. You pick over me. I be like, I be here before all these people. And so, I'll be sitting up there at the temp service, and then somebody come, like, people will come up there to the temp service and be like, they looking for laborers. So just like, how people hang out at Home Depot, like, be looking for laborers, and they come up there, grab somebody, you pay you under the table, make a little $40, $50. That's when I came up. I was like, man, if I was ever a bum, could I survive? I said, yeah, because it's like a hotel that was around the corner that's like $25 a day. I'm like, damn, if I make $50 a day, $40, $50 a day, and have them take out no taxes out of there, I'll make 60. Then I can, $60 a day. It would have been more than that, because it would have been like $64 a day, $8 an hour. I could buy a hotel for $25, and I could have some food and stuff, and I could do it over and over. Eventually, I would get a apartment or something. Well, that was one time I was fired, and then another time I was fired was I was working at the post office, and 90 days, you can't take off, you can't be late, nothing. You can't be sick, you can't lose a family member, you can't do nothing, or you're gonna lose that job. You can lose that job. Well, that's not true. They keep who they want to. And when I found out I wasn't liked by the supervisor, I knew. She used to always, like, somebody would come and take me, then go take me to do something else. Then she'll always come look for me. I need you to come. Why are you coming to look for me? Like, I'm not even trying to work with you because you always mean. You always got something nasty to say. I think she liked me, but I didn't like her like that. I thought she maybe thought I was going to kiss her ass or something. But she's a supervisor. I'm not finna be And then people saw it. They was like, man, she looking for you. She want. I'm like, bro, she getting on my damn nerves. So finally, another supervisor came in there, and I think she was over her, and she used to be like, all right, I'm gonna put you in this area. And then when that other lady had come get me, the one ahead, when she was like, nah, I got him doing this, so she'll keep me where. I was like, thank you, man, just keep me here. I'll do this job. So I'm doing my job good fast. Man, let me tell you what, when my 90 days came up, man, this chick was happy to get rid of me. She was happy. And I was just like, oh, that's crazy. That's crazy that, she was like, she said, well, you can't miss a day of your 90 days. I said, you was the one that told us to take a day off. Like you said, if we really can't take it, really. And damn, we have worked like through Christmas at a post office. If you ever worked there through this Christmas season, they work you like a slave, dog. You working 12 hours a day, 6-7 days a week, like working, not taking off. I think I was off. I worked like 21 days straight, and I took a day. I was like, I need a day off. Well, that's why she let me go, because of one day. But then again, it was a girl that was off all the time, and she kept her job. I was like, oh man. So yeah, I seen her one more time, and she waved at me like we was cool. I was like, bitch, you fired me. So yeah, them 90-day jobs. Even yeah. I was gonna say something else. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna holler at you later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in its